Welcome to my channel Creative Art. I am Nilima and in today's video we are going to transfer some of my memorable photographs into this beautiful portrait frame and memory block using instant image transfer gel from Little Birdie. It has an amazing gel formula which can be used to transfer images on almost any type of surface from wood, MDF, plastic, tin or even glass. So friends, do watch the complete video to make it yourself and do subscribe my channel for more creative art painting videos and do press the bell icon to get notification for each video I post every week. All the materials needed are listed and linked in the description box below from where you can buy them online. And friends, if you do use my code which is NILIMA5, N-I-L-I-M-A 5, you will get an additional 5% off on any product you purchase from the ItsyBitsy online store. So let's check out all the materials now friends. For materials, the most important thing you're going to need is instant image transfer gel. Next, for base, you can use anything from glass, plastic, wood to MDF. So here I have so many different beautiful wood pieces cut out of different shapes which starts from just ₹100, and these ones are the MDF oval cut out shapes. You also get square, rectangle and round shape cutouts, and this starts just from ₹40. You can also get these on discount. Next, for priming our base, I'm going to use camel texture white. You can also use gesso. Other than that, we are going to need few more things like pen or pencil for marking the image or photograph, and flathead brush and scissor to cut the image or photograph. And finally, we are going to need an image or photograph you want to transfer on your base. Please do read out all the instructions on the instant image transfer gel bottle. It has all the details about what kind of paper you can use or what kind of printed papers you should use. So now friends, let's quickly start printing out the photographs we want to print on our base. Now I have finally printed out all the photos I need. This one is my absolute favorite. This one is my cover photo for my new channel Creative Art Home. This one is when we visited Taj Mahal in Agra, and this is my birthday cake and my birthday photo. Now we have to check which photograph fits exactly to our base. This time this is a oval cut piece, and I think this one is just perfect for it. For next, I do have a long one. This kind of photo is also good. Even this looks very good and perfectly fits. This one does not fit the size. So yes, we have got one more photograph which absolutely fits the base, and one more wooden oval. This photo almost fits. Now I have finally selected 3 photos for 3 different shapes of base. Next is this one, for which I have a wooden base, and this will also perfectly fit. The only thing is the sides won't fit, but I still love the look. And finally, we have the complete view which can be captured in a rectangular shape, which is absolutely this one. Other than this, we also have a big size oval which can fit a big size of photographs, but this time I will be doing only small pieces. So let's start. After selecting the photos and the base, place your photograph exactly where you want, and then I'm going to just roughly mark it in this way, the sides, by gently placing and pressing the photograph on the base. So here you can see on the back side I have gotten clear imprint. Now here we have got a perfect fit for this photograph. The same I'm going to do with this photo also. Now for our next transfer, I have fixed my image in this way. Then I'm going to turn it out, and then finally using a pen, I'm going to mark the shape. So this is the shape I'm exactly going to need and place. So using a scissor, again I'll cut it out. Now photos are perfectly cut in the shape of our base. So now let's start by priming our base, and for that I'm going to use camel texture white. You can also use gesso. So now using a flat hair brush, I'll gently start priming the base. Let it get dry for 5 to 10 minutes. For this one, I'm also going to prime the sides. Now we will let it get dry completely. After 15 minutes, our bases are completely dry and white. So now let's start transferring the photos using Instant Image Transfer Gel. This is a translucent gel which you have to apply using a flat hair brush. Apply a generous amount and spread it all over the base. While it is still liquidy, we have to make the transfer. So here I have done an even coating of the complete layer, and I have used quite a generous amount. So now friends, we are going to place the photo exactly on the place where we marked it. I always like to do it in this way. Now give it a very nice press from center to outwards. Center to outwards. If there is any air bubble, it will go out. In the same way, place the next one. And now place the photograph exactly where you want it to be. Exactly to the shape, and finally start pressing it from the center to outwards. Center to outwards. Let it get dry naturally for 15 minutes, or else you can also use a heat gun which will instantly make the gel dry. It took about 20 minutes to get dry completely. So now let's start removing the excess paper from the top using some water and paintbrush. So first of all, I'm going to just dab a lot of water on the top of this paper and let it soak completely. As this time we have used the photocopy paper, which is quite good and thick in quality, so it will take quite time to get out and soak. But this is the most important step, so we'll do it patiently. From any of one corner, you can start peeling off the excess paper. Be very gentle while doing this. If the paper is not wet completely, give it some time, let it soak water, and then you can peel it just using your finger in this way. If you use a thin quality of paper, this will be done very easily, but very thin paper can damage your photo. You can clearly see the amount of excess paper we are getting here. Okay, now finally we have cleared a lot of paper and you can clearly see our image. There is one more final layer of paper, so till that I will let it soak a lot of water. Give it some more time so that the paper will get loose enough. Let's do the same for this piece also. Now friends, we have finally removed at least 90% of the paper from both our bases, and then this is how it looks. So now there's just one final step remaining to take out very small fragments of paper which can give your photograph or your image an cloudy look. So what you have to do is just simply wet your finger in this way and start making round motions like this to clean your image completely. Do not use a lot of pressure which can tear your photograph or the image. Just be very gentle and remove the excess paper from all over. As soon as if you see that there is any particle of the photo coming out or the image coming out, stop rubbing it at that place and it will be almost clean. After removing the final layer of paper, we'll finally get this kind of a beautiful transfer of photo on the base. You can clearly see I did tore some part of the photograph, but that's from the side. So make sure that you're not tearing any part of the photo or image you're transferring. Sometimes this can happen, but if it is on the sides, you can easily dab it with some paint, but make sure that doesn't happen on the main image like this one. So now friends, we have to let it get dry for at least 10 to 15 minutes. As you can clearly see, this one is completely dry now. So I'm going to use a water-based varnish, and this time I'm using a spray varnish which looks like this, and this is artist picture varnish. I'll give it a little shake and then gently spray it in this way. This varnish has a quality to get absorbed in the material, so that is why I'm using it on this kind of paper, so that this paper will absolutely soak up the varnish and provide more brightness to the entire image. You can also use a Liquitex varnish, which is my favorite varnish, but for now we will let it get dry and then I will show you how does it completely looks. Okay? After varnishing, this is how beautiful both our photo transfers look. It's absolutely perfect, shining, and now the most important thing is it is stain resistance, and you can clearly see the amount of gloss each photo has. You must be thinking that it would be very much easier if I would have directly placed my photograph and pasted it on the base, but in that case, if we touch any water or color to the photograph, it may get damaged very easily. Plus, you cannot varnish your photograph. But when you do transfer it on an object, your photograph or any image you're using is protected and covered from both the sides, so in any case it won't get damaged. You can easily clean or touch or decorate your transfer image. So now friends, I'm going to do a little bit of a decoration to both the photographs we have transferred. For this one, as we do have a beautiful shape and sides, I'm going to use a metallic silver pigment and cover all the sides using it. And for this one, we are going to make use of a Fevicryl molded, which is a air dry clay, and using this we will be decorating the sides. Just add a little bit of medium 2 in your palette and then add the silver pigments, which is silver 20 from Fevicryl acrylic color. Add the amount you require, mix it using a paintbrush and then start applying. Now this is how it should look. Using brush, I'll simply apply it on base. You can also use gold pigments if you want, but as my photograph suits to a silver pigment, so I'm using this one. For the bottom layer, you can also add just a little bit of black to give it a more darker and antique look. So this is how it looks after completing. So now I've let it get dry. Until that, let's start making a border for this one. For this, cut the air dry clay into equal parts in this way, and then use this equal cutout part. Mix it well to get one single color clay. As this is an air dry clay, so you have to be fast while working with it. If you find the clay is a bit sticky, use a little bit of talcum powder in your fingers so it won't be sticky. Start rolling the clay thin and long without breaking it. After making this kind of thin and long string, take just a little bit of talcum powder in your fingers and start rolling the string from one end in this way. Bring two of the strings together close to one another and then simply start twisting them, and this will continue till the end. You can start doing the same from the other side also. So now we have got a very beautiful string. Let's start placing it to make a beautiful frame or border. Now after twisting both the strings, this is how it should look. So I'll bring it all together. Place the transferred photo base in this way. Then this is the measurement and this is the place where we need to make a cut which will exactly match, and yeah, this is how it looks. So now friends, using some Fevicol, I'm going to fix it all together with our base. Use just a little bit of a Fevicol all surrounding in this way. Bring it all together close and tight, and finally I should make a cut right here. And finally, this is how it looks. We have done quite a finishing work. So now we will let it get dry for at least half an hour, and till that it will be perfectly ready. You can use any color to color the sides and it will be absolutely perfect to place anywhere you like. After 20 minutes, the clay design has got dried up and this is how it looks. So now let's start coloring the antique gold pigment, which you have to mix with the medium 2 in the same way as we have done for our previous design. And this is how it looks. It absolutely gives a antique gold look. If you want, you can also use the bright gold acrylic color from Cameline. In the same way, I'm thinking to add few elements. So I'm going to color the elements using the same antique gold color. Now while using antique gold, I cannot resist myself and I did try this on the bottom part where I did silver. So I'm going to color the bottom part again using some antique gold. So this will give a dual effect. And it will also show you that how the borders look with antique gold color. Now after coloring all the elements, let's place them exactly where we want them to be. So I'm going to use some Fevicol and place it exactly where I planned. And then I'm also planning to place these small pieces right here in this way. Is quite well fixed. Give it a gentle press and let the glue dry completely. Now friends, the Fevicol has got dried up completely and this is how beautiful our photo transfers look. I absolutely love the mini portrait I created of my photograph and the beautiful memory block we have got here. There are so many different ways you can decorate your memorable items using this amazing instant image transfer gel, using which we can instantly transfer any image or photograph on any kind of surface. And I think I should definitely try few more photographs on different surfaces like a plastic box or a ceramic cup. So friends, you can do the same. Try it yourself and do tell me in the comments below what do you think about this video. And if you do like my videos friends, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.